Hey, this is Randy Pringle, and I go by the fishing instructors because I like to teach anglers how to do things. And today we're going to work on knots. I do seminars all over the state, and one of the knots that people ask me about is two of the major ones. Is one the Palomar knot, and the other one is what I call the quick knot. And I learned the quick knot a long time ago because in the wind it was an easy knot, and I was frustrated because I was doing a seminar and I couldn't tie it. I was trying to get my line through the eye, trying to do the Palomar, and the wind was blowing. I was trying to move it through it, and when I got off the bass tank that I was doing a seminar in, the guy that was there said, "Hey, let me show you a knot." And this was probably 20 years ago, and he showed me the quick knot. So I'm going to do two of them. The first one we're going to do is the Palomar knot because I think it's real easy, but it can be frustrating, and it's extremely strong. Well, we tested that knot at the Fred Hall show many years ago, when Berkeley brought in their place where they could line tester, and we test that knot, and it worked really well. So I'm going to go through it. So first of all, let's have a persuader spinnerbait in our hand. Well, you got to have a persuader spinnerbait, of course. And then you've got trilene line. Got to have that. All right. So now we're going to put it through the eye. First thing we're going to do, we're going to go through whatever eye it is of the plug. We're going to go back through the eye, making basically what we did was we put parallel lines underneath that eye. Then we're going to do an overhand knot. It's like you're tying your shoe. Cinch it down. Now, I always tell people wet that knot because friction burns. Okay, wet your line. Then we're going to take the loop that you created and we're going to put the whole lure underneath that loop. Now, you don't want to pull your main line, which is on your rod. You want to pull your tag in. And the reason why we wetted that line so it just slides, as you can see, real simple. It doesn't burn that line. Now, I'm going to cut that, what we call tag in. Now you can see that this line right here has a little curl in it. That means that it got warm. So I'm going to cut this, okay? And I'll take that piece of monofilament. Never throw your monofilament away. Always recycle it, put it in the bin, because I saw a bird last year was suffering because it had braid. Somebody broke off braid and they left it all on the surface instead of picking it up. It was not good, guys. So my line's tight. Now, if the camera can come in, and I'm not sure if they can really get it in there, you can see that we have actual parallel lines next to my fingertip. Right at the eye, there's two double lines. And what those two double lines is, they come over and they hold it. Sometimes when you do a Palomar, they'll cross over themselves, which just take a look at it. You want a parallel holding onto that eye. Palomar knot. Outstanding knot. Real simple. Okay? So if you can't get it, you can always rewind this and see it again on westernbass.com, because I tell you what, it'll make it easier on you. Now, the next one we're going to do is what we call the quick knot. Now, I kind of named it the quick knot. Why? Because it's quick. And, you know, it's a real simple knot. As we get older, the tendency is we can't see the knots that we're throwing. And people ask me, you know, Randy, I've got to try to learn a knot that I can tie. And I tell them, well, if you learn how to tie a knot without looking at it, which I just did, that's called the quick knot. And you're probably saying, I didn't see a thing that he did. That's quick knot. Now I'm going to do it slower, okay? Because I know you guys going, what the heck did he just do? So now let's do it slower, okay? Let's take a look. First thing you got to do is you got to be able to do this. We used to call this the shadow dog. The shadow dog was when I was growing up. You get the flashlight. We did this behind the thing and put the light in the back. We can make little butterflies. This is a shadow dog, okay? You're going to drop the line through the hole. Your tag in is in my right hand. Once you tag in his right hand, we're going to take this finger like your conductor in a symphony. Give yourself enough line. Make a nice V here with the lure. You're going to take these three fingers and you're just going to drop your hand to make the shadow dog, and you're going to put this line here behind these knuckles. That way. Now this hand remains the same the whole time. The line never is let go by the left hand. The right hand, this would be incorrect, which would be parallel lines. That would be incorrect. This one has to go in the back side of your three fingers. It goes on the back side, up and over, then around the plug 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At this point in time, you still haven't let go. On this right hand, you're going to open up the shadow dog's mouth. Any one of these fingers. Don't put it through the hole. Just bite down. Boom. It's got it here. It's got it here. So you can see the lines have grabbed here, grabbed here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this plug and I'm going to rotate my fingers down. You can see this loop that I've created is going to slide over the line, creating the knot. Once the knot is created, always wet your line, slide it down, and there it is. It's like a fireman grabbing a hold of a pole and sliding down, which makes the knot strong. I'll take my thumbnails and I can show you that the knot will slide right up, slide right back down. It's an easiest knot. Once you learn the quick knot, it'll take you probably 8 seconds. And one of the most important things with knots is to make it user-friendly. And when you're throwing, you know, a bait out there, you got to retie. There's nothing worse than not retying and losing that big fish. Palomar knot, quick knot. Change your knots as much as possible.